Navigation side's always been our mainstay. We did do a lot of homework diaries in the beginning, but we felt about 10, 12 years ago that that market was shrinking. So we expanded the education exercise book, so junior schools really, with a full cover print, giving personalisation, a little bit of individuality, and that side's been growing, probably around 10 to 20%. And probably around April time, we came across the Senshi. We've had Duplo machines before, which we bought from new. Tower-based systems well over the towers, and we looked at this particular machine and we felt that was the direction to go in. We're finding that it's successful. I would say we're probably 10-15% ahead on this machine, but I think we'll be 50% ahead. And we're finding it's doing all the things we want it to do. There's a lot more than we do, and there's a lot quicker than we used to. So we're having to catch it up rather than it catch us up, which is unusual. But it does all we want to do with the exercise book. It gives us that individuality, and it gives us the choice of pages, choice of sizes, allows us to cut top and bottom sides off. But we felt it was good value for money, and at the same time as that, we felt that it was a maybe jump up further than we were going to do. But we decided to take the plunge, thinking that we might as well go for it, because it does, brochures, individual brochures, puts pages in, different size pages in. Obviously, it is a bigger beast, you can rely on it. To be fair, the backup from Duplo was excellent. All of the lads have turned up, putting it in, they've been great, they go through every little detail, but we've always preferred the Duplo kit, and that's purely because it performs better, in our opinion, and the relationship with team down there has been one that, we rung up and we've had it solved within, a day after. The engineer's been here. If you look at their engineering system, they've probably got about 10 engineers up and down the country. I think 2 of them are like an hour away from us. Wendy can pick up the phone too, Marty can pick up the phone too. So I think in a relationship, it is based on working together, and solve the problem. So they're keen on getting the piece of kit right. But so far, we have no complaints. I found it to be, obviously, after the first couple of weeks of settling in, it's doing what we've asked it to do.
So the machine here at Direct is the first one here in the UK. Direct Head were an ideal partner for us really with regards to putting that first machine in. Initially they came to look at the DBM 700 booklet maker, which at the time blew them away, and then they went to look at the Senshi. As soon as they saw the Senshi, what it could offer, the speeds that it was running at, 5,000 an hour, they could see that this was the machine for them. So between myself, Martin, Vicky and Mark, we came up with a package for that machine to take the 3 machines out in part exchange, and from there on in we obviously got the Senshi. So we had a very, very short turnaround for that machine. Normally our lead times are 6 to 8 weeks, but these guys needed it in within 3 weeks. So it was all our hands to the deck. Even our MD Martin, he was putting the machine together, making sure bits were built, and then obviously we installed the machine here. Very quickly we got it in within, I think they were up and running within 3 days, and then they were running stock through. And it's running flat out, and I think the Senshi is an easier to use machine. It's got a very easy platform, very easy setup, has the conventional saddle like a Muller Martini would, but you've got the speed, and the finished product that comes off the end of the machine is fantastic. From my point of view, I think a customer is there for life. It's not a case of putting a machine in, waving goodbye and running away. I would rather be here every week, checking on them, making sure that they're happy, picking the phone up, and also know that if they have got a problem, they can pick the phone up to me, and I will make sure that it is sorted for them, from that initial we have a problem to making sure it's fixed.
The main thing that Senshi offered us is the turnaround time. Yeah, we might quote 4 weeks delivery, but I'm well aware that as long as we can provide the Duplo with the sheets and the stuff it needs to do the job, they will let us not get their orders before the 4 weeks is up. Just give you that confidence we can meet the demand. The Senshi is also giving us opportunities to talk to the customer as well, that do you do X, Y, Z? Well, no we don't, but we are wanting to sit down and think about what we can do. And yes, that's definitely a possibility. Yeah, and we're excited to get with the Senshi in September, October, when we've got the madness out of the way. Think, what can it do? We want to do this. Can it do it? But we've got such a good relationship with Wendy and Martin that if we're unsure, they'll sit down with us and work out how we can do something going forwards. It was like Mike said, we did go down, we looked at the 700 and we looked at the Senshi, but it was kind of a no-brainer once we saw the Senshi. Even though it's a big step, it's the move that's going to move the business forward. So I put the guys together, the Senshi, the opportunities it's going to give us, the products that we don't really want to go into just yet, but we will be developing for September, October, and we can definitely grow, definitely. And we knew we were going to crack on with the Duplo guys. We met Wendy and Martin on the Thursday night, and it was obviously there was going to be a good relationship there going forward.
The equipment we had, which was an Horizon and a Duplo, and a counting machine, and then a mower, we felt as though all 4 pieces of kit needed replacing. So we thought that the Senshi would replace all 4 of those pieces of kit, which is what it has done. So really, if you look at the costs between the 4 pieces of kit and the Senshi, it's not really that much more expensive. In fact, I would probably define it as saying it's not. But in our view, the Senshi it's built on the basis of dropping onto a belt system. We felt that was the best option for our style of business. So space, obviously, we've got 1 piece of kit instead of 4 pieces of kit. Speed, we've got a couple of staff on it. It's running them around. And also, then obviously we do short runs things. Some of the other ones do long runs. I mean, we do long runs, but we also want to weigh selling points is that we do the smaller 100, 200 bucks. So there's quite a bit of chopping and changing. But what we found is in the past was we'd have to chop and change and move around. The Senshi would do a lot of that for us. Not on the stapling, but certainly on the books. We can load one side and bring in the other side later on. So that's improving productivity. So we felt it gave us a number of options that the other 4 pieces of kit do give us options, different dimensions on. So that's really why. And to be fair, I know it's a beast to be, but I do think it's genuinely good value for money. I think it'll prove its worth. Well, it's proven its worth now, but over the coming 3, 4, 5 years, it'll more than pay us back.